Dear students, we have discussed up to Maxwell's third law. First equation was del dot D equal to rho or del dot E equal to rho by epsilon 0 because D was equal to epsilon 0 into E. Second equation was Gauss's law in magnetism. This was Gauss's law in electrostatics. Gauss's law in magnetism was del dot B equal to 0. And the third one was Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Maxwell given this equation in this format, del cross E equal to minus dou B by dou T. Now here we are discussing about Maxwell's fourth law, which was based on Ampere's circuital law. Ampere's circuital law states that the line integral of magnetic flux density B around any closed path will be equal to, if here is a current carrying conductor which is carrying a current I, then the line integral of the magnetic flux density B around any closed path will be equal to mu 0 times the total current enclosed by the path. So this expression we have studied in Ampere's law as closed integral over C B dot dl was equal to mu 0 into I. But the same expression or the same equation given by Maxwell looked like del cross H is equal to J plus dou D by dou T. How will you get this equation from this statement? First mathematical equation given by Ampere was this one. How will you reach in this format? That is our concern. That is Maxwell's fourth law. So for derivation we are first considering equation given by Ampere. Ampere stated that the closed line integral of B dot dl will be equal to mu 0 into I. But we know that B and H are related by an equation. H is the magnetizing field, strength of magnetizing field or magnetic intensity, etc. It will be related to the magnetic field by an equation mu 0 into H. Substituting for this B, it will become closed integral over C mu 0 into H dot dl will become right side equal to mu 0 into I. Mu 0 and mu 0 cancels, you will get closed integral over C H dot dl is equal to I. In order to introduce current density term, we are substituting for I as we know that current density I will be equal to surface integral over S J dot ds, isn't it? So this equation right side can be written as closed integral over C H dot dl will become equal to double integral over S J dot ds. Then here we can apply Stokes theorem to the left hand side. According to Stokes theorem, a line integral can be connected to a surface integral by an equation. This can be rewritten as double integral over S del cross H ds. This one is equivalent to this. It is given by Stokes law. This relation was given by Stokes law and it will be equal to the right side is same itself, double integral over S J dot ds. Then both the sides we have, as we have double integrals, if these two equations are equal, this implies that without this integration symbol also they should be equal. That is del cross H should be equal to J. So this was Maxwell's equation derived from Ampere's law. But this equation has some inconsistency or there is some controversy between these two equations. We haven't reached the relation which was given by Maxwell. This was Maxwell reached in this equation by giving some correction to this Ampere's circuital law because this has some problem with this equation. What is the problem with this equation or what is the inconsistency with this Ampere's circuital law? If you are taking divergence of this equation, if we are taking del dot on both sides of this equation, it will become del dot del cross h. Left side will become del dot del cross h. It will be equal to, right side it will become del dot j. It is equal to del dot j. But there is a very important vector identity, that del dot del cross of any vector quantity will be equal to 0. That means here it is del dot del cross of a vector quantity which is magnetizing field. Its value should be 0 according to vector identity equation. So by applying this vector identity equation, you will get it as del dot j will become equal to 0, but it will violate our equation of continuity. According to equation of continuity, we have studied in the earlier portion that del dot j will be equal to minus dou rho by dou t. It is not equal to 0. So this will violate. If you are taking divergence on both sides of this Ampere's circuital law, it will violate equation of continuity. So this was the inconsistency with Ampere's circuital law, and then Maxwell fixed this by introducing another term known as displacement current. So Maxwell removed inconsistency in Ampere's circuital law by introducing the concept of displacement current. Displacement current means any magnetic field can be created. Still now we have studied that only current means moving charge can create magnetic field, isn't it? But it is not like that. Not only moving charges, charge means a particle or a matter which is moving, which can create magnetic field. But there is another source also for producing magnetic field, which is known as time varying electric field. For example, in between the plates of a capacitor, there will be some time varying electric field. It can also act as a source of magnetic field. Maxwell done one experiment that he has placed some magnet or magnetic needle in a current carrying coil, so that if there is current, the needle will deflect. That means if there is current means moving charge, it can create a magnetic field and this needle will get deflected. Similarly, if he has placed this needle here in between this plate of capacitor, then also he noticed the same effect. The needle is deflecting. But here in between capacitor or a conductor plates, capacitor plate, you know that there is no medium, isn't it? There is no particles, but still there is some magnetic field. So he stated that anything which can produce a magnetic field is known as a current. It may not be the conduction current itself, it can be another type of current known as displacement current. Such a time varying electric field is known as displacement current. So he modified this equation del cross H is equal to J, as this was only conduction current density. Then he modified it as, then now we are discussing about Maxwell's modification. Maxwell modified it as del cross H is not only equal to conduction current density, it will be also sum of displacement current density, because magnetic field can be created not only by conduction current but also by displacement current. Then now if you are taking divergence on both sides, it will become del dot del cross H is equal to del dot of JC plus JD. Okay, but by vector identity, this term left side will become 0, but then also right side it equal to del dot JC, we are opening the bracket, plus del dot JD, which is equal to 0, or del dot JD is equal to minus del dot JC, where del dot JC we have already stated from equation of continuity that it is minus dou rho by dou t. Therefore, what will be minus del dot JC? It will become minus and minus, plus dou rho by dou t. But according to Maxwell's first equation, here there is Maxwell's first equation, rho is equal to del dot D. Therefore, we can write it as del dot JD is equal to dou rho by dou T, but as rho is equal to del dot D, we can write it as dou by dou T of del dot D, this one. Okay, then here again it will become del dot dou D by dou T. Left side is del dot JD. If del dot JD equal to del dot dou D by dou T, that means JD, that is displacement current, is equal to dou D by dou T. Displacement current density JD is equal to dou D by dou T. Therefore, Maxwell modified the Ampere circuital law as it is not only del cross H is equal to JC, it will become del cross H is equal to JC plus JD, where JD is equal to this one. Therefore, the final Maxwell's equation was del cross H is equal to JC plus dou D by dou T. Okay, this term D is known as electric displacement. D is known as electric displacement. So this was the final Maxwell equation, which was related with Ampere circuital law. So this final fourth equation itself can be asked as an essay. How? Derive Maxwell's fourth equation. What was the inconsistency in Ampere circuital law? How Maxwell modified or fixed the inconsistency in Ampere circuital law? It can be asked. Then here comes the concept of conduction current. So it can be asked, displacement current. It can also be asked as what is the difference between conduction current and displacement current, or give some comparison between conduction current and displacement current. What is conduction current? Conduction current is due to the drift of electric charges in a conductor. Drift means when we are applying an electric field, electric charge can move in a conductor. So that is known as conduction current. Rate of flow of electric charge produces electric current, and it is conduction current IC is equal to dq by dt. Isn't it? Similarly, from that JC, conduction current density will be equal to IC by A, current per unit area. Or JC is equal to, conduction current density is equal to sigma, conductivity of the medium into electric field produced. Then what is displacement current? Displacement current is due to the displacement of electrons in a time varying electric field, such as a place in between two capacitor plates. It can also produce a magnetic field just as a conduction current. So JD, displacement current density, is equal to dou D by dou T, where D is known as electric displacement and D is equal to epsilon 0 into E. Epsilon 0 permittivity, isn't it? Or it can also be written as it is D is equal to, or JD is equal to epsilon into omega, angular frequency, into electric field. These are some of the important relations. Then what are the features of displacement current? It can produce a magnetic field. Actually, dielectrics support displacement current. Displacement current depends on frequency of electric charges. In conducting bodies, displacement current will be less than conduction current. So there is a factor known as dissipation factor, which is the ratio of conduction current and displacement current. Okay, so if this dissipation factor is greater than 1, what does it mean? Conduction current is dominated over displacement current, so it will be a conductor, isn't it? If this dissipation factor is less than 1, what does it mean? Conduction current is less than displacement current, so it will be a dielectric. Then dissipation factor is equal to JC by JD. It is actually conduction current density divided by displacement current density. So JC by JD. But JC was equal to sigma into E and JD is equal to epsilon omega E. Then it will become sigma by epsilon into omega. This is dissipation factor. So there is a comparison is given in your note between conduction current and displacement current. All these points are given there in 2 columns. Study it. Okay. Then now we are moving on to electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves are oscillations of electric and magnetic field. In vacuum, electromagnetic waves travel at the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. In a homogeneous isotropic medium, the electric vector magnetic vector will be mutually perpendicular, and it will be also perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave and forming a transverse wave. So Maxwell equations in a not in a free space, Maxwell's equation in a medium was about del dot D equal to rho, or it also implies del dot E equal to rho by epsilon 0, first one. Then del dot B equal to 0, second one, Gauss's law in magnetism. Then Faraday's law, del cross E equal to minus dou B by dou T. Then finally Ampere's circuitous law, del cross H is equal to J plus dou D by dou T. All these are in a medium. Now we are discussing about what will be Maxwell's equations in free space. Okay. So what will be the Maxwell's equation in free space? For that, we should remember that for a free space, both conductivity sigma will be equal to 0. Maxwell's equation in free space. So in order to derive that, not such a large derivation, you should keep it in mind that conductivity for free space sigma equal to 0. Charge density rho is also 0. Therefore, the corresponding relation will also become 0. Corresponding relation means current density J is equal to sigma into E. As sigma equal to 0, this will be also 0. Then del dot D, Maxwell's first law was del dot D equal to rho. As rho equal to 0 for free space, it will be also 0. Then again for a free space, we have electric displacement D equal to epsilon 0 into E. Epsilon 0 is the permittivity of free space, and magnetic field density B equal to mu 0 into H. These 3 equations you should keep it in mind, then only we can derive Maxwell's equation in free space. Very simple. First equation in a medium was given as del dot D equal to rho, but for a free space as rho equal to 0, it will become del dot D equal to 0 or del dot E equal to rho by epsilon 0 will become again 0. These two are the equation, Maxwell's equation in free space. This is the Maxwell's first equation in free space. Over. Okay. Then second Maxwell law in a medium was del dot B equal to 0. But here for a free space we have B equal to mu 0 into H. Substituting, it will become del dot mu 0 H equal to 0. But mu 0, it cannot be equal to 0. Therefore, del dot H should be 0. So this is Maxwell's second equation in free space. This is second equation in free space. Then third one was given in a medium as del cross E, Faraday's law, minus dou B by dou T. But for a free space, B equal to mu 0 into H. So it can be written as minus dou by dou T of mu 0 into H. It will become minus mu 0 into dou H by dou T, isn't it? So this is third equation. This is Maxwell's third equation in free space. Very easy. Then fourth one, del cross H is equal to J plus dou D by dou T. But we know that J equal to sigma E, which is equal to 0 for free space, isn't it? Therefore, del cross H becomes simply del cross H is equal to dou D by dou T. But D was given as epsilon 0 into E. Therefore, it is dou by dou T of epsilon 0 into E, which should be equal to epsilon 0 into dou E by dou T. Left side is del cross H. This is the fourth equation, fourth Maxwell's equation in free space. Over. Okay, so this is one of the important topic. From here, these two can be asked as essay question. Derive Maxwell's fourth equation. What was the inconsistency in Ampere circuitous law? How Maxwell fixed that inconsistency? It can be asked as one single essay. Or derive Maxwell's equation in free space also can be asked. This derivation is actually very simple. The remaining portion is only for deriving the expression for velocity of electromagnetic waves in free space or in vacuum, not in free space. It can be similar to free space is equivalent to vacuum. And also another one term is Poynting vector or Poynting theorem. What is Poynting vector and what is Poynting theorem? And the remaining topics will be covered in the next video. That's all for today. Study the topics. There will be a test from electromagnetic theory 1 and 2 on the very next day. Study seriously. Thank you.